Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, August 7th. Looking at window traders market profile of the ES and the NQ. Well, we can't complain, right, for lack of range. We said this market owed us, well, part of July and so far all of August is really coming through and paying their dues. Today was the second largest range of the year. Our top 4 ranges this year are in the month of August. So, happy to see that. Volume, though, since Monday's heavy volume, Tuesday's was decent, and now today's, again, has tapered off. As it's above average, right? Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be a little above average. So, I mean, that's something. But it was mostly inside of yesterday's range. So we'll see if we finally come out of this balance, if it increases. Now, very, very poor day for the bulls. They started off like gangbusters. They opened up at yesterday's upper end. They had higher value. They had indices in their favor. They got the overnight high. You're like, wow, pretty good. And then they stalled. They traded sideways after that, A, B, C, D in the beginning of E. ES never even could get their 10-wide POC from August 2nd. NQ just missed their afternoon rally high from August 2nd. And they got, again, that's their balance high. So, I'm using Friday as the balance high. So, because the balance is so big, doesn't mean you have to get that close to it. Maybe they got close enough to it. But whatever the reason was, once E period took out the IB low for both of us, it was game over. We go out with a triple distribution day down in NQ and in ES. Righty goes out with a double distribution day. Righty did not price probe. Now, ES and NQ both probed. So we'll see now if we open below K's low, if sellers get more serious. The selling wasn't heavy and it was very orderly. But here's what I told the room. Remember what we said in this morning's video and about yesterday. There was nothing to lean on inside of yesterday, right? We talked about that. As far as firm reference points, meaning a large point of control or single prints or an afternoon pullback. Yes, we had halfback and settlement and a 7-wide POC. But I'm talking about real hard targets that I use on the profile. So once you got into value from yesterday, what happened? The algos go searching. Plain and simple. They didn't stop at the 7-wide POC from yesterday. They didn't stop at halfback from yesterday. They didn't stop at value low from yesterday. The next target was Tuesday's low. Now NQ, ES just missed taking out yesterday's low. NQ took it out but closed inside, so they don't have an outside day down. But that is so important when you hear me talk about price vacuums or things to lean on. These are short-term traders that are looking for their next target. They're heat-seeking missiles, right? They're heat-seeking algos. So I had a good day. I did end the day with a loss, which ticked me off. My fault. We'll go over that in a minute. But I took so my favorite trades pretty much worked. First, I took a short to front run the overnight high before the opening in NQ and actually took it off before the market even opened as it pushed down. And then after A opened and we got the overnight high, took a long to get both yesterday's high and then on ebb and flow trades because the bulls were in control. I took a long in B period on the turnover because the market was still pushing pretty good and got paid. Now, I took a loss in B period when we pulled back on one trade in NQ. The ebb and flow obviously ended in B. So I took that off for a loss. However, actually, I took it because I thought we were going to pop A's high. That's my second favorite trade. Didn't get hurt bad, and I took it off. So what did I do? When it went down, I took the short to get A's low. and made back what I lost and more. So again, that's my second favorite trade. Now the next trade that I really like is getting the IB higher low. Now they head faked us a couple of times in C and D, both sides. I stayed out of it. I was patient, did nothing. And then when E period started coming in and looked like it had the tempo to go, jumped on the short and did well. And then after that, it was a short. Shorts in H, I, J, K. You name it, I was shorting it against single prints, turnovers to get the overnight low. But the last trade I took, when L came up and filled J single prints, okay, I took a short. And then it went up and I added one. And I'm like, I don't want to start giving anything back. I took it off. It wasn't a huge loss, but I took it off. And then look what happened. So a little more patience. And instead of taking back some of my day, I would have added on to it. But again, that's going to happen. I also took a short. No, that was it. I'm just looking. I'm sorry. So that was it. So it was a good day overall. I'm just a little ticked off at myself how that short in L period ended up going against me. But what's the bigger picture before we get to the charts? It's still balanced. Yes, we're one time framing up for 2 days in ES. Now NQ's not. NQ took out yesterday's low. But to me, I think it would do you justice to use a 4-day balance on both of these. Use Friday's highs, the top of your balance, and use Monday's low as the bottom. Everything else inside is noise. Everything. There's going to be opportunities. These ranges, I mean, think about this. We had our second largest range of the year. And all we are is in balance. Same with NQ. NQ's range is about $15. Still just in balance. So hopefully that means if we come out of balance, we extend this volatility and really get going with volume. It all depends which way we're going to come out of it. So don't forget our low so far in August is in the overnight. I'm not sure if that's going to hold. Both ES and NQ's monthly low so far for August is in the overnight. So the reason this market came in today is because we gapped lower, huge gap on Monday. But what happened? We had a great buy tail and market short covering Monday, short covering Tuesday, short covering this morning, along with momentum buyers. Once the short covering dries up, what happens? The floor underneath just falls away. And that's exactly what happened today. We took back a lot of the buy tail from yesterday. NQ took it all back. We still have a very nice one at Monday's lows. Well, Monday. But if that doesn't hold, you would be coming out of balance to the downside. And then quickly on the chart. Again, this is what we're discussing all day in the trading room. CamelbackTrading.org. You're going to see all these different price points I have to join my room. So here's the daily. Some people might be calling this up. And again, I have no problem with that. It's subjective. I'm just calling it balance. Even though we're one time framing up. Friday's high is the important one to me. So even though we filled the gap and we went a little higher today, from all intents and purposes, it's a 4-day balance. Hope you had a good day trading. Again, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.